right now we have Arthur Albiero, the head coach at University of Louisville. We are in Atlanta, and we are we're a day before the first day of racing at the NCAAs here at the McCauley Center in Atlanta on the campus of Georgia Tech. So Arthur, do you want to give us just an overview of where we're standing right now and what the plan is? Give us an overview.
The plan is to come in and swim a little bit faster and get a little bit better. So it's an exciting time. Obviously, this is the fun part of our season, championship time, and we get to come here and represent U of L at the NCAA championships. That never gets old for us. So excited for this group. Great combination of some youth and some great experience, a couple 50 years that have been around a little bit, and a group that knows how to compete at this level. So I love the fact that we're coming in, really open-ended. I think that's what we've done best, coming to meets like this. I think we prepared. Anybody that follows us knows that we have been consistently at our best at NCAA championships. Last week proved more of that, and the improvements over seeds. And I think the key here, it's we're not trying to do too much. It's just perform, execute, and just try to get a little bit better, and I think this group understands that. So we're a couple of days before the meet starts. Relays will start tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and 200 medley relay, 100 free relay format, slightly different format than in the past. And now relays are time final events, so no longer prelims. There's pluses and minuses to that. We never minded the fact that we had to swim in the morning and be ready to qualify and beat some teams and get in there. But certainly from a meet management, I think for some of our guys that get involved in a lot of relays, that certainly saves a few bullets. So, but nonetheless, we're excited to be here. We're prepared, I can tell you that much, and ready to compete and represent U of L.
I don't think a lot of people realize the chess match that is team swimming. Like, I know you have to coach them as individuals, but you have to coach the team and find every little point, every little second. Talk about the scoring and how you have to manage that part of the meet as well, especially with a lean, mean group of guys that you have right now. Yeah,
no, it's a very good point, Nancy. It's a team championship, right? So certainly. In relays, this is the key. Relays are double points. So if you look at the top, the win of a given event is 20 points. The win on a relay is 40 points, right? And even top eighth on an individual event is 11. On the relay is 22. So on the meet that's going to be decided by a couple points here and there between, well inside the top 10 in the mix in there for top 4, top 5. Every little point counts. So we're looking for those points anywhere we can find them. I think the key, really important for our group, is a good reminder, as a part of our team meeting, is that, again, we're not trying to do too much here, just try to get a little bit better and find a couple opportunities. And at this meet, if you can come here and get a little bit better, historically, the NCAA meet is a meet where, there's a small group of people that actually come here and get better. And we prepare, let me put it that way, we prepare to be that group that's going to come here and be at our very best when our best is needed. So that's been Louisville swimming at its core. And you're right, it's about meet management. There's 7 sessions. Sometimes people ask me, why do you guys train the way you do? Well, when some of your events are, 40 seconds, maybe a minute and 40 seconds. Well, yes, but you're training for 7 sessions, right? And it's a 3.5 day really dogfight. And that's the baseline of our preparation to make sure we're ready. And our guys know, historically, again, we're that team that's continuing to get better and better as the meet goes on. So thank you. Good question.
Arthur, to go off of that a little bit, and you've kind of explained it, but to get to the point where you're at your best this week, it takes preparation from how long ago? I mean, when does that begin to try to get to be the best this week?
The truthful answer to that, Jody, is many, many years ago, right? This has been in the works. And I think swimming is a sport where it's a brutal sport when it comes to preparation. Consistency is the most important thing, right? And so we come into the fall, back in August. I mean, we're training preparing, full force to be here at the end of March. So it's a long season for sure, and I think the work that our group has put in consistently, certainly this year. But again, we always talk about this season is built on really a previous summer, and the summer is built on the previous spring and on the previous season. So it's all connected. And I think again, you put enough years behind. The nature of our sport is such where these guys have done plenty of work. So understanding work is one thing, but then working with a clear purpose of what you're trying to accomplish and what are you really preparing for. I think that's the difference here, right? This meet's unique. You haven't been to a few international meets and Olympics and World Championships. This is very unique because you're representing your team and you're here with your group. Compared to maybe as a country, there's so many different things that happen within that. But here, like, these are your friends. This is your family, and I think the power of this competition is what I love about NCAA swimming and diving.
You've talked a lot during his career about the aspect of being a coach and a father with Nick and kind of the split. What's this week going to be like for you, knowing that this is going to be the last time he's a member of your Cardinal team, not your family team, obviously?
Yeah, for sure. In many ways, it's a bonus, right? Going into at some point last year is when the idea kind of first came that we could use this fifth year, COVID year, and it made sense. Doesn't make sense for everybody, but it made sense for him. And I think that's it's a bonus for him and for me too, that we get to continue to work together in this setting. And I know how much he values the team aspect. So it's brought out the best out of him consistently. And, I think that's what our guys have done a phenomenal job here. And Nick's no exception to that. I think as we talked before, certainly as a dad, I'm privileged that I get to be front row. And be part of this. In the middle of the meet, I've been accused of I'm too much of a coach and not enough of a dad. And I'm managing the meet and try to do everything I can for our guys here, And to Nick's credit, I think he's learned that, my role is my role here in this moment. But ultimately, he knows that how much I'm proud of him, regardless of results, right? I think that's really the thing about this whole group. I'm so proud of this bunch of guys right here. For who they are as men and the challenges they've had and how they've battled, and the same for Nick, right? And so competition is it's part of the fun. We get to do this, we get to go compete, and that's the fun part of everything we have done here.
As a quick follow-up, if I may, what kind of your expectation as a coach, your expectations for him this week?
I think, we coming to this meet, to be honest with you, they're not new expectations. I think the expectations are really high back in August, as I was mentioning. We started the season with high expectations, and then we go to prepare every day in August, September, October, November, you name it, like it's high expectations every day. When we get to be here, this is pretty fun. So is prepared to do, so have fun, have fun, swim fast. And I don't say that lightly. It's really, really true, so I hope that helps.
Talk about some of your younger kids that you've brought along and what your expectations for them are.
Yeah, we have a bunch of young ones. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we have 4 freshmen here. And even though they have some, experience in international meets, the NCAA championships, it's a little bit different. I think the ACC in itself was a big change of pace for them. And now they know what to expect. And again, historically, honestly, they don't know any better. And all they know is that we come here and we swim faster at this meet. So they're like, okay, that's what we're going to do. That's the culture of our program. So, but certainly, Murillo Sartori, who did a great job as a freshman, big improvement this season. Gustavo Saldo, Dennis Loktev, Dennis Petrashov. So it's a bunch of guys that I think can make some noise at this meet. And give me a few days and I'll confirm with you. But I like what I see from these guys, and I think they're prepared to come here and make some noise and shock the world. It's been our kind of mindset here. We're just gonna show up and shock the world and do some fun, crazy stuff.
Arthur, can I ask you one about last week? Just a quick follow-up on the performance last week and how proud you were of what the women did.
Yeah, Jody, coming into the meet, so you kind of throw everybody's times, right? That's the beauty of our sport. It's pretty black and white. So you put everybody's times in the psych sheet, and then there's some places out there that will score the meet, right, based on the psych sheet. So coming into the seeds on the women, we are seeded to finish 12th. And we knew we could improve upon that. And they took me up on it, and they did a phenomenal job. And to improve from 12th to 6th, honestly, I've been doing this for a while. I don't know if I've ever seen a program have that kind of jump, right? To jump 6 spots at the NCAA championships at this point of the season, that's unheard of. So it's a credit to that group, and they performed A to Z, and it wasn't just 1 or 2. It was a great team effort. Relays, people were stepping up, and we had to make some different combinations on relays, and they stepped up, and number of school records. So it's one of those meets where it was a lot of fun, right? And we joke, but it's really true. Like, swimming fast is a lot of fun, and we prepare to come here for this meets and have the most fun we've had all season. And the ladies took that to heart last week, and again, to finish 6th. That's really, 7 out of the last 8 seasons. I guess we had 1 year with no competition there. 6 out of the 7 that we've contested, we've been, if this is in basketball terms, would say it's an Elite 8 team, right? With a Final Four appearance there. So pretty special group, a whole new group, a whole new youth in this group of ladies. And I think the future is bright, but certainly it was a great moment for our program last week.
Talk about our relays, back to the men. Talk about our relays and why we have always been so strong in the relays when maybe some of our individual pieces have not always been the top swimmers in the country, yet we're in the top 2 or 3. We're making the podium.
I think it's been part of our team culture. We value relays, we appreciate it. And I think, and we always start with the premise, say, hey, we start from scratch, and we're gonna be making some crazy lineup changes that maybe for the outside world, and I think we're not afraid to take a little bit of risk too, right? So trust a little bit of the things we see, and trust on the guys that we have, and again, and there's another component which is also meet management, right? That we're looking at the overall picture and how to put people in the best position. So I think our guys know, they take it to heart, that hey, if you're on a relay, your opportunity is there, and if you're not on this one, there's a next one, and you got to stay in the game, because those things will keep coming. You have 5 relays all the way through the week. So relays historically has brought the best out of our guys, and this will be another opportunity for more of that.
Any more questions, Jody? Do you want me to switch over?
All good.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
We have the kids in the room.